Hello, hello. Welcome back. My network is apparently fucked again. My connection, I mean. That's what OBS tells me. The square is nice and red. And my bitrate is apparently not even half what it's supposed to be. Oh. It rose up to being good, but no, it's still red. It's constantly red. This has happened before. So you think it's a problem with OBS itself? Or, I don't know. Maybe because the game isn't that, what to call it? Visually demanding, right? It doesn't really get noticed. I don't know. Because the frame rate doesn't matter. And details and everything. But I'm gonna hope it's okay, like it usually is. So, as usual, let me know if it's not okay, and I'll try to figure something out. With all being said, introduction is out of the way. Now it's time to get our revenge, right? I mean, not revenge, but maybe revenge. Because Alice fucking murdered me last time. She came, after I saved her life, came running, sprinting to the AB room just to betray me. She betrayed me in the first round, which she has never done before with any other opponents she had. She always allied, but with me, she betrayed. And this, she came back from the dead, literally, to fucking betray me, okay? So, fuck you, Alice. You piece of shit. I will betray you every single time I get the chance. I hate you, and I don't want to see you ever again. I hope you don't make it out alive with you. I don't give a fuck that you're Clover's friend. I'm done, okay? You're done. You are done. Look, OBS is green now. Oh, back to red. Never mind.
Why? What happened to... It's not fair to betray someone who isn't voting. I thought...
There was nothing I could think to say. Even I didn't really understand why I'd been betrayed instead. Oh no, I understand exactly why. It had almost felt unconscious, like some other part of my mind was making the decision. Yeah, it's me. I am making the decisions. Perhaps I'd been possessed by some sort of evil spirit that had moved my finger to the betray button against my will. I mean, if that makes you feel better calling me an evil spirit, that's fine. I don't really care. Right, well, we should go see the results.
Really? We already know what they are. It's just simple math.
The look in her eyes was more painful than any punch I'd ever taken. Oh yeah, I didn't betray her because of Luna, I remember now. Because Luna was like, oh, we should ally. And I mean, come on. I don't want to make Luna sad. I turned away and almost ran toward the projector. Anything to get away from those eyes.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Damn, everyone betrayed.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What? It wasn't possible. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, and looked again. No, how can Alice's vote be betray? That's not possible. Alice. She was standing inside the second room from the left. The room that should have been empty. Why? My mind was still reeling. Where had she come from? The infirmary? As I was trying to form a sentence, she began to move toward us. From around me, I heard a chorus of muted gasps. It seemed we were united in our surprise and confusion. Alice drew to a stop in front of me and glanced up at the display.
Thought you'd get an easy couple points, huh? Not so easy when you have to look your victim in the eye, is it?
You piece of shit, you killed me.
Coward.
Really? Really? Coward? Coward. Me, a coward? You gotta have some balls of saying that to me after you betray. Why are you even here?
Well, you gave me the antivirus, didn't you?
Yeah, you piece of shit. And you stole everything from me. You killed me.
Tenmyoji told me. Thank you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, honestly.
But you should still be under the effects of the anesthetic.
Yes, well, I still am. A bit. I have a throbbing headache, and I can barely stand. It's horrible. I'm more resistant to anesthetics than most people. A result of my training. I have a feeling Zero Senior knew that. They gave me way more than the standard dose of that gas when they kidnapped me. In any event, a few minutes ago I woke up in the infirmary. Tenmyoji explained what was going on, and I got here as fast as I could.
You showed up right after we got into the AB room?
Yes, right in the nick of time, too. About 10 seconds before the deadline, as I recall.
You did that just so you could betray us?
Right. What? Don't I get to do that? I mean, it turned out to be the right thing to do, didn't it?
No, it didn't. You would have nothing to lose except 2 points. Okay? But you killed me.
You two chose betray. If I'd stayed back there, I'd have lost 2 points.
Boo hoo. Boo fucking who, you dumb fucking... I'm not gonna say it.
So you're saying it was self-defense?
Yes.
You're full of shit. Self-defense my ass. You chose betray because you wanted out. You had 6 BP. If I picked ally, you would have had 9. That's what you were trying to do, right?
So what if I was?
Are you serious? You would have killed me. Look, I only have 1 BP. You were this close to murdering me. Just admit it. You were planning to kill me so you could escape.
Don't be stupid. I knew you'd choose betray.
No, what are you an Esper? No, you're not. Clover is the Esper. Okay? So shut the fuck up. You knew nothing. You just wanted to kill me and get out.
There was...
Tell the truth.
That is the truth. Why am I the only one getting the 3rd degree here?
Because you're the only one that did this. No one else has done something like this.
Look at those results. 2 other people just tried to kill someone.
I and you. Actually, Fi did know that Dio would choose betray because it's Dio, right? Come on. He chose ally in the first round, which is surprising, but let's be honest here. And Dio didn't save Fi's life, okay? So, or actually, Tenmyoji rather didn't save Fi's life. Neither did Fi save Dio's life, but Dio's a piece of shit anyway. So, I did save your life. I did that, and you tried to take mine.
Yes. If Dio had chosen ally, Fi would have killed Tenmyoji. And if she'd chosen ally, Dio would have killed her.
I don't want to be rude, but it looks like Clover and Kay tried to trick one another.
And you could say that Fi acted out of self-defense. You didn't. You would have lost 2 points and moved on with the game.
Not that it seems to have worked. If either one had chosen ally, the other one would have 9 BP right now.
I turned to look at the results again. Before, I'd only been looking at my own. I hadn't realized that there was only one word all across the roster. Betray. Whatever trust we'd managed to build had fallen apart. Everyone was suspicious of everyone else. Had it been the bombs? Or had it been something else? Whatever the reason, if it kept up, we'd never manage to escape. We'd be trapped in a cycle of 0-point rounds for the rest of our lives. Something had to be done. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Alright guys, pay attention. You probably already all figured this out, but we can't keep going like this. I have a crazy idea. Nobody votes. Then everyone keeps choosing ally. If we don't start being a little more trusting, we're never gonna get out of here. We need to work together. You don't even have to trust each other. Just everyone gather in a room, let the timer run out, and it's over. Do that again, and you have how many rounds? Like, you have 45 minutes rounds. You have 45 times however many rounds you need for everyone to get 9 points, and it's over, bro. Because with the star keys, you can play as many times as you want. So. If we start with the next round, I have 1 BP, so I need 4 more rounds. That's 3 hours. We're out of here, all of us are out of here in 3 hours. Come on, bro. I might as well have been talking to a wall.
My apologies, Sigma.
I could have made it. Sigma can't, but I could have.
But I need to think on something for a bit. I would appreciate being left alone.
Okay.
I'll be leaving too. Things are getting a little too intense here for my delicate constitution. Sorry.
Dio.
Well, in that case...
Etufai.
Yeah, sorry.
Without another word, she turned and left the warehouse. Dio and Kay quickly followed suit.
See? There's your answer. In the end, everyone's just thinking about themselves. So I would appreciate it if you could not treat me like I'm the only villain here.
Oh, you're not the only villain, don't get me wrong. Dio's also a piece of shit.
Come on, Clover. Let's go.
Hold on! I'm coming! Are you feeling okay? I was really worried, you know?
I watched him walk away, Clover practically jumping with delight to have Alice back. Before long, they reached the yellow door and disappeared beyond it.
Everyone's gone.
You aren't going to leave too?
No,
Are you sure? I chose betray.
I know, but I still believe in you, Sigma. I think your hand must have just slipped or something, right?
No. My chest hurt, and when I blinked, I felt something hot and wet prick the corners of my eyes. Luna, I bit my lip. Before I could think of anything to say, the metallic rumble of the doors closing echoed through the warehouse.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
As many times as we want, huh?
Yes, as long as we have the star keys. That means we can keep playing the AB game over and over, too. Sigma? Could you show me your bracelet?
Why?
Do you remember what Zero Jr. said?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, I remember. Let's see here. I'm a cyan pair. What about you?
I'm a magenta pair.
I wonder what the others are.
They could be anything, I suppose. We won't know until we have a look.
We've got about 80 minutes until the next set of chromatic doors open. So, what should we do now?
Everyone else has gone off on their own.
Yeah. Physically and emotionally. I really don't like how this is going. It won't matter how many times we repeat the AB game if nobody trusts anybody else. We'll never be able to get out of here.
Maybe it would help help if we all had a common goal. Something to unite our hearts and minds.
Yeah, but we've already got something like that. We all want to get out of here. That seems like a pretty clear goal to me, but everybody chose betray, including me.
Well, what if we have an enemy?
An enemy?
Yes, a common foe. Like the person who set the bombs, for instance.
After coming back from the lab, I told her about the bomb while she gave Alice and Quark the Accelavir. Yeah, that might work. We can figure out which one of us planted those bombs, then everyone else would work together against them.
Right.
But how do we figure out who is?
Do you have any clues?
Clues, huh? That's right, the memory card. I pulled it out of my pocket and held it out toward her.
What's this?
I told you, a memory card. It was under the bomb we found in the lab. I think whoever set the bomb dropped it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what's on it though. We couldn't find any kind of memory card reader.
Oh, I guess we can't really use it then.
Oh, there's one in the infirmary, what do you mean?
Wait a second. You know what? I think I might have seen something.
Huh?
Yes, I remember. The infirmary. I saw it when I was searching the infirmary with Theo and Quark. There was a memory card just like that one.
Then,
Yes, I think we can see what's on it. The computer there should be able to read it.
Luna and I exploded into the infirmary, nearly running into Alice, Clover, and Tenmyoji. Quark was there as well, of course, but he was just as we'd left him, asleep on the bed.
What are you doing here?
None of your goddamn business, Alice. I opened my mouth to retort, then thought better of it. If I really wanted people to start trusting each other, well, real change starts at home. As quickly as I could, I explained the second bomb and the memory card, and how we'd come to the infirmary in hopes that we could discover the contents of the latter.
Okay.
Then stick it in already!
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna comment, but... Just as Luna had said, there was a small slot under the screen, exactly the right size to fit a memory card. Within moments, the screen was filled with what appeared to be random letters. What is this? Oh, we have the... No. We have the key though,
6
right?
rows, 22 letters each.
It looks like the odd rows use one set of letters, and the even rows use another set.
In other words, the first two rows just repeat.
Yeah,
Is this some kind of code or something?
It doesn't look random to me. I think there might be a pattern. I just don't know what it is.
was there anything else on there?
No, it doesn't look like it.
So all we get is this gibberish. Hey Alice, you haven't said anything for a while. What's up?
Does any of this look familiar to you, Clover?
What do you mean?
Have you seen something like this before? Maybe during your training?
Training?
This is...
So you do recognize it.
All right, knock it off, you two. How about you share it with the rest of the class?
Alice sighed and stretched her neck from side to side.
I believe this is an encoded message from a terrorist organization.
What?
They call themselves the Myrmidons.
Myrmidons. For some reason I felt like I'd heard that name before. Yes,
What are
Sigma,
the
remember.
Myrmidons?
Put simply, they're a bunch of thugs who are trying to destroy or dismantle most of human civilization.
So this thing we're looking at, you think it's theirs?
Well, they have a number of different codes, but I do think this is one of them.
Then the bomb?
It was said by one of the Myrmidons, wasn't it?
Yes. Well, I can't say for sure, of course, but it seems likely.
Damn, I've got a ton of questions for you. But let me start with this one. What the heck does that thing say?
I don't know.
What?
How am I supposed to decode it? I don't have the key. Without a key, it would take literally hundreds of years to decode.
What about you, Clover?
Well, if Alice doesn't know how, I sure don't.
See.
Not much we can do then. We can come back to that code stuff later. I've got another question. Alice? Clover? Who the hell are you? What do you know about this code?
That's...
You told me your job was to eliminate enemies of the state or something like that. Just what the hell kind of a job is that? I think it's time you told us what you do.
Sorry, but I can't.
Why not?
Because you might be one of them. You might be the person who set the bomb.
That's idiotic. Of course I'm not.
Really? And where's your proof? For all I know, you're my enemy. I can't tell you anything.
I'm not your enemy. I'm your ally. I'm your friend. Okay, that's kind of great. I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend. I'll make that clear right now. I'm not your friend. I just want all of us to get out of here. Just please tell us. Please. We need to find out who did this so we can all escape. But we have too little information. We need your help. Fine. If you don't tell us about yourself, then just tell us about the Myrmidons. What else do you know about them?
I'm sorry.
Before I could blink, she'd leapt up and run out of the room. Hey, wait, Alice. Bro, Alice is literally the dumbest person I've ever seen in my life. Okay, for a moment, let's presume I am one of the Myrmidons. That means I know everything about the Myrmidons, and I know all about you, Alice. Because don't think the Myrmidons are dumb and don't know about SOIS. That you're one of them. Okay? So, the fact that you're telling me, if I'm one of the Myrmidons, you're telling me stuff that I already know. Okay? I took off after her.
How long are you going to keep following me?
Until you tell me what you know.
Then why don't you just ask Clover?
Clover?
You already know she works with me.
Well, yeah.
Then why don't you...
I wanted to hear it from you.
Why?
That's a good question. Remember the crew quarters? Or this garden? We got paired up for 2 separate rounds. That means I've spent more time with you than anybody else here. Maybe that's it. I guess I'm just curious about you.
What are you talking about?
Let's go, Sigma. Let's rizz her up. Hell yeah. She spun around to hide it, but I caught a blush of her. Oh, hell yeah, Sigma, let's go right now. We walked down the path where it ended next to the pond. I stayed silent. Alice sat down on the bench. We gazed at the smooth surface of the pond for several long minutes before she began to speak.
You don't hate me?
What? Why? No, I don't. Don't look at the title of the stream. I don't hate you.
I tried to kill you.
All my homies do, but I don't. I promise. You mean in the AB game?
Yes. I was so scared. Who wouldn't be? Kidnapped and locked up, forced to play some sort of bizarre game. And then we found that bomb. I know I probably sounded calm, but as soon as we found that thing, all I wanted to do was run away from it as fast as I could. Things just went downhill from there.
What do you mean?
I remember hearing that Quark had collapsed and running to the infirmary with everyone else. When I got there, I realized I couldn't understand what anyone was saying. And everything looked... I don't know how to describe it. It was like watching a video on fast forward, only it was real. Then I started to feel like... It's hard to explain. I guess you could say I didn't feel like I was myself, and it only got worse.
It was probably the Radical 6.
Yes, I think so. I don't remember much after that. But when I woke up in the infirmary, suddenly all that fear was back. So all I could think about was getting out of this place
What is
as
this?
fast as I could.
What is the shot?
It never even
Okay.
crossed my mind that it could kill you. God help me, even if it had, I don't think I would have cared. See? I'm horrible.
Wow. Self-reflection. Awesome.
You hate me, don't you? Just do it.
Do what? I mean, depending on what you want me to do, we can talk about it.
Kill me!
Oh, that I won't do.
Get it over with!
What the hell, Alice? I'm not going to kill you. I don't even hate you.
You're lying! I could have killed you. I would have killed you.
Come on, calm down. No one's killing anyone. A single tear rolled down Alice's cheek. Then another, and another, leaving shining lines across her face. When I reached out, I saw her tense just slightly. Slowly, I brushed my thumb across her cheek and off, taking her tears with it.
Why are
Hell
you
yeah,
doing
bro.
this?
The Rizzler.
You know, you kind of remind me of my father.
Oh, shit. Damn, bro. She gonna start calling me daddy all of a sudden, bro? In 5 minutes we did all this? That's who you were after, right? The people who killed your dad?
Yes.
Did they have anything to do with the Myrmidons?
Will you promise not to tell Clover that I cried?
Huh, come on.
If you keep your mouth shut, I'll tell you what you want to know. About myself. And about the Myrmidons. Deal?
Myrmidons, okay. Sure. My lips are sealed. Only, when you want them to be.
Really?
Only when you want them to be. What crying? I don't remember any crying.
Good. All right then.
Alice took a deep breath and began. My father is Egyptian, but my mother is French. They met while my mother was in Egypt on vacation and married shortly thereafter. When I was 3, we all moved to the US. My father was a scientist, and his field was cloning. He was recruited by an American lab, which was why we moved. Both of my parents had used English around me from the time I was born, so I didn't have any problems adapting to life in the United States. By my 9th birthday, we'd been there for 6 years. That was when it happened. In the middle of the day, my mother showed up at school. Her eyes were red and puffy, but she didn't say anything to me on the drive home. When we arrived, there were several policemen there to meet us. My father had always been a very punctual man, and when dinner time came and went with no sign of him, even I began to realize something terrible had happened. It wasn't until several years later that I finally learned the truth. My father's lab had been attacked by terrorists, and he had been kidnapped. For the rest of my childhood, my mother raised me by herself. I didn't realize it then, but it must have been incredibly difficult for her, as a single mother, alone in a country where any relatives were a transatlantic flight away. She did her best not to let me see it, but every so often when she thought she was alone, the mask would fall away, and in every line of her face, I could see exhaustion and loneliness. As much as I missed my father, it was those moments that made me wish, more than anything, that he'd never been taken. Fortunately, I was an excellent student and did especially well in math. I earned a full-ride scholarship straight out of high school and spent the next several years studying. After graduation, I took a job with the Department of Defense, hoping that they might have the resource to help me look for my father. Is it defense or defense? I'm not sure. I was immediately assigned to the Special Office of Internal Security. Their purpose is to investigate and sometimes deal with terrorist organizations and other serious threats to the state. I could tell my mother wasn't happy about my decision, but she chose to remain silent about it. Eventually, I learned that the terrorist organization that had taken my father was none other than the Myrmidons, although at the time that name didn't mean anything to me. They were suspected of human cloning. Specifically, it was thought that they had been using cloning techniques to copy their most useful members and expand their ranks. The Myrmidons apparently believed that they could use cloning to create a new race of humans. Now, at last, I knew the reason for my father's abduction. The commander of the Myrmidons is a man named Left. We know his name and his gender, but not his appearance or his age. The Myrmidons are closely associated with a cult known as Frida Sol. We believe that Frida Sol provides their funding, but trying to pin any kind of misdeeds on the cult's leader, a man named Brother, is like trying to nail Jello to a wall. Brother is supposed to be fairly advanced in years, and rumors say he's so old he can't even get out of bed. Unfortunately, his mind seems to be as sharp as ever. At that point, I hit the wall. I knew the Myrmidons had been behind my father's kidnapping, but that was all I could learn about them. Then, one day, I got a tip that some of them were hiding in a building in a Nevada desert. I headed out immediately. On the way there, my car had some engine trouble and it stalled out. Oh, my bad. Why the fuck is she dressed like this? I don't understand. I was trying to decide what to do when an SUV appeared out of nowhere. I'll give you one guess who was behind the steering wheel. Clover. That was the first time we met. There were 4 other people in the car with her, and when I asked them what they were doing, I got what was just about the last answer I'd expected. They told me they'd been locked up inside of the very building I'd been on my way to investigate, and that they were currently in pursuit of the people who had kidnapped them in the first place. My priorities shifted very quickly. After a short discussion, I convinced them to allow me to come along. My hope was to find the people they were chasing, who I was certain were Myrmidons. In the end, however, we were unable to track them down. In fact, I still don't know where they might have gone. Eventually, I took Clover and her companions to SOIS headquarters. We decided that involving the police would only complicate things. After some questioning, it was determined that the people who had instigated this particular event were not connected to the Myrmidons. We did, however, discover that the mysterious disappearance and subsequent reappearance of several children 9 years prior was connected to Frida Sol. There was also a 6th person in the SUV, although they weren't riding in it per se. A middle-aged man, who I'll just call H for now, had been bound and placed in the trunk. According to the other 4, he had been behind the disappearance of the children 9 years earlier. We also learned that his pharmaceutical company, a major player on the world stage, was effectively controlled by Frida Sol. More specifically, I suppose, H was a member of Frida Sol and very committed to their cause. So why had he kidnapped all those children? Apparently, it had been part of an experiment designed to test the ability of certain people to access what's called the morphogenetic field. I don't imagine you've ever heard of it before, so I'll try and give you a quick rundown. Simply put, these people can access a sort of field that allows your consciousness to resonate with the consciousnesses of certain other people. To be honest, it might be simpler to just call it telepathy. The SOIS had heard of this particular ability before, and had actually used it in a number of investigations, so I wasn't surprised to learn of its existence. I was shocked, however, to learn that these experiments had been carried out by a member of Frida Sol. If that was the case, then Brother must have known about it. The thought of him discovering a way to control and harness that power was terrifying. It wasn't too long after the incident in Nevada that another tip about the Myrmidons crossed my desk. This time it claimed that the Myrmidons intended to launch a large-scale biological terrorist attack. My bosses decided that we needed more agents to deal with the threat of that magnitude, and Clover was recruited. Because she'd been a test subject in H's experiment, we knew she had the ability to access the morphogenetic field, and we wanted to put that ability to use. After several months of training, she was sent on her first mission. She would be tasked with the infiltration and investigation of a Myrmidon cloning lab. I was assigned to be her commanding officer. I hoped that our investigation might also give me a lead on my father's whereabouts. At last, I had a chance to find out what had happened to him. I wouldn't let that chance pass me by. Perhaps that was what kept me from noticing the truth. The whole operation was a trap. The lab was fake, and Clover was captured almost immediately. I got there as fast as I could, but when I arrived, the building was only an empty shell. All of the conspirators who had pretended to be researchers and the like had already fled. I searched frantically for Clover until at last, in a basement room, I found her. She had been tied to a chair, but on the floor next to her was another body. It was my father. He looked as if he'd just been dumped there. When I got to him, his body was already cold. He was covered in dark, ugly bruises. It wasn't until later that I learned he had died from ruptured organs and internal bleeding. They had beaten him to death. As soon as Clover had been captured, a Myrmidon in a mask had come to visit her. He'd said that unless she wanted to end up like my father, she would leave them alone and tell her masters at the SOIS to do likewise. In retrospect, they must have known who I was and who my father was. That was why they'd killed him. Perhaps they thought they were sending a message to me. Or that once he was gone, I'd lose my reason for chasing them. They were very, very wrong. I took Clover with me and left. I tried to console myself with the fact that I had, at least, been able to save her. Sometime later, I received a call from the coroner. He told me there was something I needed to see. There in the morgue was my father, cold and pale on a steel table. I could barely stand to look at him, but the coroner insisted. On his arm were 2 rows of numbers comprised of 8s and 9s. It took me a moment to recognize my father's handwriting. He had carved them into his own skin. On his chest was another message, but they were letters this time, not numbers. Not many, just enough to make a short sentence. I love you, Alice. I broke down crying, right there in the morgue. They were the first tears I'd shed since the operation had started, and there was no stopping them. There would be no forgiveness. Not for the monsters who'd put my father through this. They destroyed my family. I would make them pay, even if I had to die to do it. That night I made a promise to myself. I would avenge my father. It didn't take long to figure out that the numbers he'd written were latitude and longitude. It pointed to a chemical factory that had been disguised as an abandoned building. Further investigation revealed that it was the mother lode we'd been looking for, the headquarters of the Myrmidons. I think my father must have known how things would turn out. Knowing he was going to die, he'd written the directions to our enemy's fortress on his own body. He'd sacrificed too much for me to waste this opportunity with recklessness. This time, our operation would succeed. This time, I wouldn't let my excitement put Clover or any of my other agents in danger. So we took our time. We gathered information, we did our research, and we planned. Finally, we were ready. December 25th, 2028 was going to be the day we finally set foot inside the Myrmidon stronghold. But then, on the 22nd, only 3 days before the operation was scheduled to begin, a man in a gas mask appeared. So you inhaled that gas, passed out, and woke up here in the AB room?
Yes. Well, there it is. Everything that's happened with the Myrmidons and me. I left a few of the details out, of course, but you get the idea.
Yeah, thanks. She gave me a sad sort of smile and stood up.
We should go back.
Not yet. Your story explained a lot, but there's still one big question.
Which is?
Who here is a Myrmidon? One of us planted the bombs. Based off the code we found, it's pretty clear that person is a Myrmidon. Right?
Yes.
And I agree that we need to figure out who they are.
What do you propose we do?
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you about. Do you have any clues?
Clues? Well, if I could decrypt that code, it might tell us something, but...
How can we do that?
I told you. We need a key. Without that, it's pointless.
What's a key?
A key is a key. It allows you to sort of unlock a code. Myrmidons usually use this huge string of numbers as a key.
Wait, a long string of numbers? Could that be... Seven 815361098 838094241990551.
What the hell?
I was almost as surprised as she was. The numbers had just kind of appeared in my mind, and I was saying them before I knew what I was doing. Alice looked at me incredulously, and I stared back.
Where did Wait, can you say that again?
78153-6108-098 83809 42419 90551.
That's 198,449,351 to the third power.
What?
That number you just told me. Prime factor decomposition on that number gets you 198,449,351 to the third power.
How the fuck did you do that one? You're talking about reducing an integer to a series of prime numbers that you multiply together to get it, right? Like, if you have 30, then you get... Why do you explain this to her? Why?
Exactly. You probably learned
I mean, I
that
know you
junior
explained it to
high,
the reader, but still. Damn, bro. So you're saying that 198,449,351 is a prime, and if you multiply it by itself 3 times, you'd get 7. Damn, bro, what kind of number is this?
Yes.
Whatever. Don't tell me you just did all that in your head.
I did do all of that in my head. Simple mental arithmetic.
What? No, no way. That's impossible.
I told you, I'm better at math than most people.
That's not better at math.
Look at you. You just recited a huge string of numbers. That seems pretty astounding, too. Where did you find that number anyway?
Hey, I didn't know what to say. What would I tell her? That it just came to me?
Can't tell me, huh? Fine. I'm pretty sure that's the key to the code, though. I know the Myrmidons use prime factors for their keys, and there aren't a lot of 25-digit numbers that turn out to be the third power of a prime number. I think there's a very good chance that number you memorized was specifically created by someone.
Could you explain that with small words?
Well, look at the prime factors of your number. 198,449,351 to the third power. I think that's our hint for cracking the code. You still don't get it? Try to remember the code we saw in the infirmary. What did it say on the monitor?
I think the first row was CQUGJH9 MTE ONE RAX DFM IOVP
And the second row?
BYO LWXYPX SVS SVZEQGTK RTLED. I think. Then they just repeat.
Wow, you've got a pretty impressive memory. We could really use someone like you back at the...
Well, keep going. How do we decode that?
You use 198,449,351 to point you to the right letters.
How do we do that?
Well, the first number is 1, so take the first letter.
See.
The next number is 9, so go 9 letters over from the first one. Then 8 from that one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come.
Just keep going until you get something. Make sense?
I ran over what she'd said in my head. The prime number Alice had given me was 198,449,351. So what would we get if we picked out letters like she'd explained? The first letter would be C from the top left. Then you'd move 9 to the right, which would give you O. Then 8 more to the right. Eventually you would get a word. That word was... Then the game is over. What? I want to see that. Fail and the game is over. I can't figure it out.
You what? Are you serious?
Hey, get off my back. If I don't know, I don't know.
What? Oh, just forget it. I'll figure it out on my own.
She stalked off. Wait, I went to follow her, but...
Stay where you are. I don't have any use for another brain-dead man.
Oh wow, okay, that was a quick switch. Her voice was unexpectedly furious and it stopped me cold. She fixed me with an icy glare, then turned and stalked off. I stayed frozen where I was and watched her go. Game over. Okay, funny. How did the game end? What happened? Did I die? Did she kill me with her gaze? What happened? Okay, so I know it's M, right? So, then 4, 1, 2, 3, comp. 1, 2, 3, 4, L, complu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, compli. Completed. I did it. Completed. That's it. That's the answer.
Completed? Are you sure?
Yeah. I did exactly what you told me to do, and the word I got is completed. Well, actually, it's completed, completed, completed. The code in the letters repeat every 2 lines. Just repeats.
Well, I can't remember the code like you can, but if you're certain, I believe you.
I'm definitely certain. Wow, and for not remembering the code that you can also not remember, I'm a brain dead man.
All right then. I wonder what completed is supposed to mean now.
What? Aside from the obvious, you mean? I'm guessing here it means mission complete. So that's what the transmitter was for.
Huh? What are you talking about? What transmitter?
I barely even heard her. Suddenly, my mind was full of memories that hadn't been there a moment before. It was like a wave had washed away the sand, revealing a bed of precious gems underneath. Damn it, why hadn't I realized it before? I could remember a series of numbers, but not this. At least I remembered it now. Dio was a member of the Myrmidons. And not just any member, he was their leader. That meant he had to be the one who had planted the bombs.
Hey, are you listening to me?
Yeah.
Then answer my question. What the hell was that? What's this about a transmitter?
I didn't trust myself to try and explain it to her. More than likely she'd just think I was insane. Even I could barely make sense of the sudden influx of new information.
Wait. Don't tell me you're one of the Myrmidons.
If I was, do you really think I'd reveal myself like this?
Point.
Out of nowhere, Clover appeared.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Really?
We're all down in the Floor B warehouse. Well, all of us but Luna and Quark.
Why?
We've still got 45 minutes until the white doors open.
I know that.
Oh, okay. Hey, wait a minute. I thought UK and Quark didn't know about the white doors.
Tenmyoji told us about them. He said he'd show us where they were, so we all followed him down to the Floor B warehouse.
I'm assuming you left Quark with Luna?
Yeah. Anyway, when we showed up, Phi and Kay were already there. Well,
So?
all of a sudden, Phi, Tenmyoji, and Dio all started yelling at each other.
What?
Why? Did something happen?
According to Clover, the last AB game had been the cause of their fight. Even though Tenmyoji only had one VP, Phi had chosen Betray. They started to fight, and since Dio had pressed betray on behalf of his team, eventually he got dragged in too.
That seems odd. Vi only had one BP too. Troy seems like a perfectly valid defensive move.
Ugh, just come with me. Kay's trying to calm them down, but there's only one of him.
Okay, okay. Come on, Alice, let's go.
Coming!
I didn't get to tell her about Dio. All four of them were still there when we arrived. They seemed to have calmed down a bit, but the tension in the air was almost visible. I felt like I'd stepped into a room full of flammable gas. Even the smallest spark could turn the whole place into a raging inferno. Even Kay, usually so calm and collected, was standing ramrod straight with his hand balled into a fist at his side. I looked at Alice, pursed my lips, and then headed over to the angry knot of people occupying most of the room. Clover told me what's going on. This whole thing is stupid. You need to knock it off.
Stupid? What about this is stupid? We're talking about my life, you self-righteous dick.
I know, but yelling at each other isn't going to solve your problem. The best thing for us to do right now is to trust each other and get through this. Wouldn't you agree?
Hard to trust someone who tried to kill me.
Same to you. Told you letting Dio vote was a stupid idea. What did you think he was gonna do? Might as well have pressed the button yourself.
I couldn't just leave Korg alone.
That's no excuse. And where do you get off telling me I shouldn't have picked Betray? Did you even think that through? What, I was supposed to pick Ally? If I'd done that, I'd be dead right now.
I could say the same thing to you.
No, you can't because you weren't voting.
Damn good thing Dio didn't choose Ally.
Please, that's enough from both of you. Sigma's right. This isn't the time to be bickering with each other.
Oh, you don't get to talk. You tried to betray Clover and escape on your own.
Perhaps. But I think that's better than merely killing someone.
Well, I only did it so that she wouldn't kill Tenmyoji.
Oh, god damn it. Enough already. I roared with fury, and my voice echoed and rebounded off the walls of the warehouse. Everyone fell silent. I didn't know how long that silence would last, so I decided to put it all on the table. There was only one way I was going to be able to take control of the situation. Guys, listen to me. We really don't have time for this. I was met with a number of glares, but I soldiered on. See, the thing is, I figured out who planted the bombs.
What?
Is this what you were talking about earlier?
Sort of, yeah. I know which one of you it is.
Well, spit it out then.
Please, explain what's going on here.
I don't think I need to. They're going to admit their guilt in just a few minutes.
What?
You're all going to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. Or I guess I should say Dio's mouth.
What are you on? You think I set those bombs?
Yes, I do.
Hey, if you're gonna accuse me, you better have some pretty damn good evidence, pal.
I'm not accusing you. I'm just stating a fact.
Oh yeah? Where the hell did you get that fact?
And as it was, I knew taunting alone wouldn't be enough to make Dio confess. He just played dumb. He was good at it. And I get nothing. It meant I was going to have to trick him. Well, you see, I'm actually from Free the Soul.
Free the Soul? What's that? Some kind of hippie shoe company?
Don't play dumb, Dio. Or should I call you Left? Brother ordered me to come here. To keep an eye on you. It was quick, but for just a moment I saw his eyes twitch. I left in that moment of weakness like a hungry dog on a steak. Fine. Skepticism is understandable. Admirable even. But perhaps this will convince you. I pressed forward, pulling out every fact I could remember. I told you about Brother's background, and how his younger brother Left had been murdered. I mentioned casually that the Myrmidons were all clones of a single person. So? Still not convinced? How about this? 781-536-109-883-809-424-199-0551. Do all prime factor decomposition on that, and you'll get 198,449,351 to the third power. If I'm not who I say I am, how on earth could I possibly know that?
What? No, that's not possible.
Finally. So, let's start over, shall we? I was sent here to watch your every move. It seems our wise and noble brother doesn't trust you. He suspects betrayal.
No! You're lying!
I assure you I'm not. But if you don't believe me, why don't you go outside and call him yourself with your transmitter?
No! No! You have to be lying! Brother trusts me! That's why he chose me for this mission! Why would he make me the leader of the Myrmidons if he...
Huh? Sorry, what was that?
I said, why would he have made me the leader of the Myrmidons if...
I grinned.
Wait. What the hell? Are you fucking kidding me?
Sorry, Dio. I've never even seen brother.
What the hell was all that? How did you know all those things?
Don't know. Maybe I was divinely inspired?
Don't give me that shit!
What's going on?
What are these Myrmidons?
Dio and I stared at one another while Clover and Tenmyoji quickly explained to Fine K about the memory card and number 2 bomb, and about the code we'd found that was from a terrorist organization called the Myrmidons.
So you mean to say someone from the Myrmidons planted the bombs?
And Dio pretty much just admitted to doing it?
Yeah.
Bastards. I'll never forgive you.
I heard a low, furious muttering behind me, and turned to see Alice, her lips pulled back into a snarl.
I am going to kill you!
Her voice rose to a scream as he charged toward Dio. He ducked out of the way smoothly and pulled something from his pocket.
Whoa there. I like my women a little feisty. But you're taking it a little too far, sweetheart. Tone it down.
What?
You see this? You know what it is, don't you?
Oh my god. Is that the detonator?
Exactly. And I assume you know what happens if I press this button?
Yes. I think I do. I'm guessing it'll set off both of the bombs.
Well, I wouldn't say both.
You mean there's still a number 1 bomb we haven't found?
Correct. And there's one more, too.
No. There are 4 bombs?
Exactly. I planted 4 bombs. They're the ones numbered 1, 2, and 3, but there's also one more. Bomb number 0. Add all that up and you're looking at about 4 tons of explosive power. Those go off and it's all over. That's enough oomph to turn this whole place into a smoking crater.
Aren't you forgetting something?
That'd kill you too.
So, I'm ready for that. I've got spares.
Spares? Is that what Sigma was talking about?
Yeah, clones.
I heard Alice whisper something to Clover.
Let's go, Clover. Show him all that training wasn't for nothing.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Right.
Before I had a chance to ask them what was going on, they moved.
Die, you bastard! Yeah!
Dang. He roared and leapt toward Dio, Clover following just behind. Alice threw a punch at Dio's face, and as he dodged, Clover spun out from behind her. Dio grunted and turned to focus on Alice, but Clover darted in and snatched the detonator from his hand.
Clover, get him! Right!
Sigma, catch!
Huh? Before I could respond, Clover had thrown the detonator at me. I scrambled to grab it out of the air and held it to my chest. I think I didn't press it by mistake.
Damn it! Stop! Let me go! Still let go of me, you asshole!
Yelling didn't do him any good, and Dio found himself subdued by the skillful teamwork of Alice and Clover. Strangely though, once they had a hold of him, he stopped struggling. I was reminded of a gazelle with its neck in the mouth of a lion. Had he surrendered? Or did he have some trick up his sleeve? It didn't feel right. I didn't have to wait long for my misgivings to prove true. The detonator in my hand suddenly began to flash. What?
Ha! Serves you right.
What are you laughing at?
You, her, all of you. God, you're stupid.
What? Why?
See that detonator you threw to Sigma? You activated it. If it gets more than a meter away from me, it sets itself off. We figured someone might try to take it away, so we put in a little safeguard. Since you two were kind enough to take it away from me, the bombs have gone from remote control to countdown timer. Go ahead and destroy the detonator if you want. Won't make any difference now. The bombs are gonna go off no matter what.
How long do we have?
About 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Oh no.
My condolences.
Well, what can we do to stop them?
I told you that already. First, we need the device that allows us to input information. Then we plug it into each bomb and enter the codes.
Hey Alice, who the hell are you? How do you know all this?
None of your damn business. Just tell me where the input device is.
Well, that's none of your damn business. Fuck! Stop! You're gonna break it!
Of course. That's the plan.
Please, stop!
Just tell me what I want to know.
Okay, I'll tell you. It's in my coat. The right-hand pocket.
Clover, check it out. Right.
She nodded and started digging through his pockets. After a few minutes,
It's no use. There's nothing here.
minutes of digging,
Did you lie to me?
No, I swear, keep looking.
Oh, wait. There is something in here.
Clover pulled her hand from his pocket and held it out. Is that a pill? He grimaced in pain.
Shit!
What? What was that?
Poison, I guess.
What?
Damn! How could I be so stupid?
His eyes rolled up into his head, and flecks of spittle began to trickle out from the corners of his mouth. I grabbed him by the hair and shook. What the hell are you doing? Where's the input device?
Lost it. In my couch. Back home.
Don't screw with me.
Fine, don't tell us. How about you give us the deactivation codes instead?
Deactivation. You guys are persistent. Fine. Not gonna do you much good anyway. I'll tell you. But you only get one. This is the deactivation code for bomb 3. Ready?
Ready.
LXQ LHZ NMR.
LXQ, LHZ, NMR. LHC, okay. LXQ, LHC, NMR. Okay. What about the other 3? Tell us the other 3. You didn't even seem to hear me.
My body will be a part of the foundation of a bright future.
His voice was weak, and more foam was dribbling out of his mouth.
Such a beautiful world. May brother live in everlasting glory.
Those were the last words Dio spoke. He died with a strange, happy smile. So I have all codes. Damn.
He only gave us the password for one of the bombs. This is bad. What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
How much time have we got?
25 minutes.
Are you sure?
Yes. When he told us the time, I checked my bracelet. It said exactly 30 minutes.
You mean the bombs are gonna go off the same time the next set of doors opens?
Yes. The time on your bracelet is the time we have left.
So 25 minutes.
This isn't good. I was hoping that we might be able to escape through the white doors, but
It takes 5 minutes for the primary door to open and close. So,
yes, I know. There's no way we can get through them before the explosion happens.
Well, there's no point just standing around. We should start looking. We need 3 things. The password input device.
And the remaining 2 bombs, right?
Right.
we also need passwords for all the bombs other than number 3.
Exactly.
Maybe Dio has a note or something.
Hold on, let me check.
She knelt down and quickly checked his pockets and sleeves, then sat back on her heels, frustrated.
Damn, he's clean.
She looked pale.
Then we'll just have to hope we find it somewhere. Tenmyoji, can you go tell Luna what's happened?
Right. I'm on it.
Good. The rest of you, let's move out. We can do this. Let's go.
We all took off at a run, heading to different parts of the building. But all of our searching turned up nothing, and as we searched, the clock kept ticking. Then at last, the chromatic doors opened.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Our time had run out. We watched the white doors open. Were they doors to heaven or to hell? The thought barely had time to flutter through my mind before everything went white. We didn't even have time to say goodbye. 1,000 emotions flooded my brain in those last moments. Why? How? How had we ended up this way? The blistering wave of heat, like the surface of the sun itself, wiped out any lingering thoughts. My consciousness slipped away into a bottomless pool of darkness. Neither heaven nor hell. Only the void. Okay. Let's give it back to Alice. Give her what she deserves.
Well, you chose what I wanted you to choose. I guess I should say thanks. So, thanks.
Oh, come on. You don't need to do that. I just made the obvious choice.
Obvious?
Well, I'm sure Alice chose betray. That meant we pretty much had to choose betray, right?
How do you know what she's going to choose?
I guess you could say I just know.
Are you making fun of me?
Maybe.
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
Siggy! No!
Too bad Fish is not here.
Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Let's go. We'll find out if you made the right choice.
Alright.
Good. Looks like you're all here. Finally, let's get ready to rock! Ambidex game! Round 1! The results! If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Aw, shoot. Now she chooses ally.
results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Hey Alice, what the hell is this?
What?
You chose betray last time. So I chose betray too. No, why?
Wait a minute. Last time? What on earth are you talking about?
Can you tell me one thing?
What?
When exactly did you press the button?
5 minutes before the deadline. There's that announcement, right? I pressed it right after that. Why?
What? No, that can't. What was going on? But if I chose ally, Alice picked betray.
I just made the most rational choice. The best way to minimize risk and maximize reward in this situation is to choose betray. Anyone who thinks otherwise is, well, an idiot.
But this time I chose betray and her vote changed to ally. Why? I wonder what would happen if it was the other way around. What was different? Had history somehow changed because of my choice? No, that was insane. If Alice had somehow known that I had chosen betray and chosen ally in response, at least that would have followed the principle of cause and effect. But what had just happened was something entirely different. There was no way Alice could have known what we would choose when she made her decision. Besides, if she had known we intended to betray her, there's no way she would have chosen ally. In other words, she must have made her decision without any knowledge of ours. Let's say we're talking about a game of rock, paper, scissors. I throw out a rock. Right after that, Alice throws out paper. Obviously, I lose. So I go back in time and decide to whip out the scissors this time. This time Alice chooses rock. I lose again. But that's fine because it still makes sense. My actions in the past goes Alice's actions in the future. Easy. But what had just happened in the AB game wasn't like that. Let's go back to that innocent game of rock, paper, scissors. This time, Alice is the one who threw out her hand first. But in this situation, there's no way for me to know what it is. So I decided to go with rock. Now, Alice's choice is revealed. Turns out she went with paper. Damn it. I lose and I'm pissed off. So once again, I go back in time to try and change history and erase my loss. What will I choose this time? That's not even a question. Scissors, obviously. After all, last time Alice went with paper. Here's the important part. When I make this choice, Alice has already made her choice. Sure of my victory, I throw out a pair of scissors, but what the hell? My rage would be white hot. How could this have happened? Why? Alice's hand had been paper before. How did it change to rock? Obviously there's no cause and effect here, since Alice's choice was in the past and mine was in the future. How could that even happen? How could the future influence the past? But it wasn't theoretical now. This had actually happened. What the hell was going on? No, wait. Why the fuck was I talking so casually about going back in time? That kind of stuff doesn't happen in real life. Right, of course. Time travel is impossible. There is absolutely, positively no way to travel through time. But if that was true...
The best way to minimize risk and maximize reward. Anyone who thinks an idiot.
Hey, did you have a stroke or something?
Oh, sorry.
Besides, why do I have to answer your questions? I should be the one yelling at you. Because of you two, I've only got one VP left.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right! What in God's name is wrong with you?
I'm sorry. Really, I seriously feel terrible about this.
Forget it. I'm never going to trust you or Phi again. You'll pay for this.
Alice stormed off. She threw one last hurt, scornful look over her shoulder as she left, and it stabbed me right through the heart. One of the other teams seemed to be dealing with a similar issue.
I really don't know what I can say. We had no idea you would choose ally.
No way I'd choose betray. I'm with Clover on the other side.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa, okay, that's kind of crazy. Why did he say that?
What do you mean?
Do you have an interest in Clover?
Oh no, gay.
What? No,
Why would he say that? That's crazy.
that's not... No.
That's way too on the nose, bro.
What is it then?
Well,
You'd have to be crazy to pick Ally. The only way it'd make any sense to do that is if you really, really trusted the other person.
so you're saying you don't trust me then?
Duh! Are you senile? Why the hell would I trust some old geezer I just met a few hours ago?
No, no.
I see. Say no more. Didn't think it'd hurt this much.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean? You're starting to get kind of creepy.
Creepy, huh? I understand. I guess I just haven't had enough time to earn your trust.
I suppose you could say that. I just didn't really expect you to be so nice about it.
Well, looks like those guys managed to get through this all right. Figure that means the fault here's gotta be mine.
Huh?
Thank you.
Thank you. Don't worry about it. We only did what anybody else would do. Right, Mr. Dio?
Yeah,
Come on, I've listened to this.
exactly.
Dio, Quark, and Luna, on the other hand, seem to have resolved things amicably by all choosing Ally. No doubt we were all wishing we'd done the same. Oh, I didn't listen to the whole conversation. But why had Dio sounded so awkward? What had happened in the AB room? Only Dio and Quark knew for sure.
Zero, when does the next round start?
Well, I don't think there's any reason for us to get all worried about it. We should just hurry up and try to find out how to get out of here.
Quark has a point. If we want to know what's going on outside, the fastest way to find out is by going outside.
Yeah, you're right.
Good! Mr. K and I will keep searching the cabins then. What are you gonna do?
I guess I'll go somewhere else.
Okay.
Then we will see you later.
Later. I stepped out of the cabin we'd been in and headed toward a small hallway. Now, where to next?
Oh. Ugh, what are you doing here?
Still mad, huh?
Obviously.
Oh, come on now, you don't have to get your panties in a bunch.
That's easy for you to say, Dio. You're sitting pretty at 5 BP. Tenmyoji and I only have 1. You do understand what that means, don't you?
That's no reason to take your anger out on people. You won't get your BP back by being a jerk to him.
What's this? You're gonna take his side? I thought you, of all people, would agree with me.
I do.
No, you don't. You don't get it. Why would you care? You've got what, maybe 5 years left, maybe less?
Damn.
I'm
What the
not
fuck?
like you. I'm still young. I want to live a long life. There's so many things I still want to do.
Like what?
Well, let's see. I want to wear lots of gorgeous clothes.
Suddenly.
There you are! You have to come with me!
What's wrong?
We found something really bad in the crew quarters!
Wait, but I want to... Okay, I'm just gonna reload the save. Because I want to be there when they discover this. Oh, I was there. I was in the crew quarters when they discovered it, and the Clover just came in and took us to another cabin. We were the ones to discover it, I remember now. So I did all that for no reason. My bad, my bad. I did all that for no fucking reason. Terribly sorry.
Well, I guess so. Avi, how do you... Are you making...
You sick? Hey, we're up.
Let's go find...
Let's... If ever... Here now.
What? Wait, last what on? What? 5, there's that. I pressed Y. Just the best anyone, an idiot. The best anyone, an idiot. Hey, did you? Besides, I should because of you're what? Forget him. Never. You'll pay.
We have
No way.
What? What did...
do.
That's not.
What is
hell?
You heal me? Duh. Are you... Why the... Huh? What's this?
I guess.
I just...
Well, figure that.
Huh?
Thank you. Don't we right?
Zero.
Well, we should...
Cork, if we want,
Good! What are you? Okay.
then we will.
Obvious. That's you're sitting me. You do.
That's you won't.
What's you're gonna? I thought.
I do.
No, you don't. Why would you, I'm still. There's so many.
Like-
Well, I want to.
Hosting alien
I see.
launch.
Right. Later, bro.
Later, bro.
Oh,
Voice broke the silence.
Something horrible has happened. Please, you all have to come with me.
what is it?
I found something horrible in room 2 in the crew quarters.
Something horrible?
Never mind. You'll understand when you see it.
He was the first in, followed by me, Fi, Clover, and Luna. He said nothing, just pointed under the bed. The four of us crouched down and followed his finger. There it was. What the hell is this?
A bomb.
Bomb? No way.
So, goodbye.
Come on, skip this. We've seen this already. Of course. It was the same bomb as seen in my vision. And it hadn't been a hallucination.
I'll go find everyone else.
No, there's no need for that. Quark is already bringing them back. They should arrive soon. You see?
Where is it? Where's the bomb?
No sooner were the words out of Kate's mouth than the rest of our fellow captives appeared. Quark shoved the others aside and pointed at the bomb.
See? There it is! Under the bed!
Who was the first person to find this?
It was me. I found it while Quark and I were investigating this area. We split up to collect the rest of you.
How did you know it was a bomb?
I have seen it before.
When?
I'm not sure.
Because of the amnesia?
Yes.
Are you kidding me? You don't even know if it's a real bomb. Are you gonna tell me you believe that guy who can't remember his own fucking name knows a bomb when he sees it?
No. Kay is right. That's a bomb. I'm sure of it.
How do you know?
I just do, okay?
You sounded pretty sure about the switch, too. How do you know all this?
Let's just say it's an occupational hazard.
What kind of occupation do you have?
Okay, wait.
I would have thought you'd know.
I want to do it again. Well, I'll save this time. I want to restart again. I need to quit. Let's go back to here. Probably. Let's see if there's any dialogue differences, because I'm curious. They should be minimal, I know, but oh well. It's not gonna take long. Just skip everything. Where to next? There was only one other place I hadn't gone.
You have to come with me.
What's wrong?
We found something really bad in the crew quarters.
Something?
Bad.
Just hurry. It'll make sense when you see it.
So he didn't tell the others about the bomb before they came to the crew quarters, which is a difference in the timeline. Of course, first into the room, followed quickly by me, Alice, and Yoji and Dio. And we're the first ones to arrive as well. He said nothing, just pointed under the bed. The four of us crouched down and followed his finger. There it was. What is this?
A bomb. At least that's what Mr. K said.
Bomb. No way.
So, goodbye.
We need to get everybody else in here now.
No, it's okay. Mr. K's already getting them. They should be here really soon.
See? Where is it? You said there was a bomb.
Okay, gently shouldered them aside and pointed to the bomb.
There it is. You see?
For several long moments we just stared in silence, slowly began to eye one another. Old suspicions suddenly reawakened. It was Fi who finally broke the silence.
Doesn't look like it has a timed detonator.
Okay, so this is very different.
There must be a remote somewhere. You're right. It'll probably use an active button or switch of some sort. If we...
Interesting. Quite different. We skipped over the entire who found the bomb thing.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes.
Hey, the doors are open.
We need to figure out who's gonna go through which door.
Well, what are our options this time?
Pay attention. I'm only saying this once. Just like the last time, we've got 3 possible combinations.
I quickly lay out our choices. Option A, Luna and I pair up with Clover and go through the green door. Yoji and Dio pair up with Alice and go through the red door. Kay and Quark pair up with Fi and go through the blue door. Option B, Luna and I pair up with Fi and go through the red door. And Yoji and Dio pair up with Clover and go through the blue door. Kay and Quark pair up with Alice and go through the green door. Option C, Luna and I pair up with Alice and go through the blue door. Then Yoji and Dio pair up with Fi and open the green door. Kay and Quark pair up with Clover and open the red door.
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Okay, how do we want to do this?
Well, you decided the first time, right?
Yeah?
Then can I decide this time?
Why you?
I think I deserve it. I only have 1 BP left. Doesn't it seem like the fair thing is to let the person who's at the greatest disadvantage choose? Wouldn't you agree?
That means you should get to choose too. I mean, you've only got 1 BP, right?
You've got a point. But how about we listen to what Alice wants first? So tell us, which door and which people do you want?
The green door. And I want to go with Kay and Quark.
I see. Option B, then. That means Tenmyoji and Dio will go with Clover through the blue door. Is that all right with you, Tenmyoji?
Yeah, sure. I don't mind.
Why? If we go through there together, that means you'll be playing against me in the next AB game. Are you really, really sure?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Matter of fact, that's why I want to go with you. You said you didn't trust me, right? Well, I'd like to change your mind. I figure this will give me the chance. I've been wanting to pair up with Alice, too. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Oh, and that is?
We'll get to that later.
Anyway, if Alice's first choice would be option B then?
Yes.
What about the rest of you? Is that okay too?
I thought about it for a moment. If I went with option B, then Luna and I would go to the red door with Fi. As far as how I felt about that, No. Fuck you, Alice. That's not okay.
Why not?
Because
No, this is bad. Which door do you want then? The only other choices are A and C.
I thought about it again. If I went with A, then Luna would end up with Clover and would go through the green door. On the other hand, if I choose C, would be going through the blue door with Alice. Which one did I want? I decided to go with... I want option A. We'll take Clover and go through the green door.
What gives you the power to just decide that?
I'm the main character, bitch.
It's fine by me. Like I said before, there's something I want to talk to Alice about.
Are you going to tell me what this thing is?
That'll have to wait. Talk to me again on the other side.
Ugh. Now I'm curious.
So you're fine with this, Alice? With option A, I mean?
Do whatever you want. I don't care.
Are there any other objections? Okay, that's it then. Let's go, everybody.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close. 9, 8, 7.
We nodded quickly to one another and split up. Myoji, Dio, and Alice headed toward the red door, while Kay, Quark, and Phi made their way toward the blue door. The gaping maw of the green door bounced in front of me as Clover, Luna, and I ran toward it.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Huh? Is this a dead end? All 3 doors seem to be locked.
Yeah.
There's some kind of device over here. I wonder what it is. It looks like the thing next to the number 9 door.
Clover, try pulling that lever.
Why do I have to do it?
It might be dangerous. I was hoping you could just wrap your hands around it and give it a good jerk. Okay. I'm not gonna... Okay. It's kind of big, but I'm sure you can handle it. Just be gentle. Okay. Okay, Sigma.
This doesn't seem like appropriate workplace behavior.
True.
You're kind of grossing me out.
I know you probably still think of yourself as just a girl, but you have to become a woman soon.
You're not making it any better. Why don't you do it?
If you can't take it, then maybe Luna can. Okay, Sigma. Jesus. Have you done this before? You just start at the base and work your way up to give it a good tug once you get to the top. I mean, you can just...
What? What is wrong with you? If you're so desperate to give that lever a good time, why don't you do it yourself? Just leave me and Luna out of your sick fantasies, you creep.
Wow, okay. This timeline Sigma is kind of down bad. Fine, but I won't like it. I sighed heavily and flipped the switch with as much languid disdain as I could manage. Bam. Toxic masculinity, Sigma.
Oh, one of the doors opened. Yeah, just the one on the left.
Doesn't enjoy tugging levers.
We might as well go through it.
Maybe we should try flipping it one more time, though. I think you could actually manage it with just one hand, Clover. Just do it real fast. It'll only take a second. Just up and down once.
Ugh, you are disgusting.
Bro, what's wrong with him?
So this is the archives.
Damn, this looks really futuristic.
That's what it said on the door after all, but... Yeah, I didn't really expect it to be so... archivy. All these books and stuff everywhere.
Maybe we can find some clues here.
I agree.
Alright, let's let's split up and have a look around. Allons-y. Okay, French, sure. What the fuck is this thing? Is there something up there? What is it? I can see from down here. What? How can you not see that, Luna? There's no ladders. No, I can definitely tell what it is. It's a stuffed lion. Anyway. One of these things is not like the others. Different color. Blue book. The stairway. Go up. A0502. Okay, sure. Many books are everywhere. There's one book that stands out though. Maybe we should go take a look at it. This book is different too. Go up. Okay, stairway. These books are written in Latin. Looks like these books are written in Latin. Can you read it? No, I'm sorry. You don't need to apologize for that. But you, Clover? Of course not. None of us can read them. Okay. What is this thing? Blue die. Music box. No music. It's just a box. Let's see his brain if she can check the movement. Sorry, movement means the internal pieces that actually make it work. Like the cylinder here. Unfortunately, it looks like it's been fixed in place with a Phillips screw. Blue ink. Notebook paper. Okay. No? Okay. That was a throwback to the first game. Here's another book that doesn't match. That makes 3. And lion. To the sun. So it is a throwback to the first game. Is it the archive? I'm in the archives though. There's a report. Is this it? No. No report. Interesting. Oh. It's 65241. Oh, it's a die. That is okay. What's this? Looks like some kind of chart. It says management number. What do you think it means? There's ABC and given the numbers 1 through 8 running vertically. The bookshelf has 8 rows, and so does this chart. There's a narrow bookshelf on either side and wider ones in the middle. Just like the diagrams of the chart. Okay, but there have to be more books, right? Oh, there's one. Watch your phone, shall okay to the sun. And lion, okay. Got it. So let's see. So this is A, B, C, D, right? Which one is A? And lion is D. The stairway is A. What is where we found it? Go up has to be A. Go up is A. 5-2. Go up. Which one is go up? This one. Okay. Oh, I didn't check what this said. Actually, I think it doesn't matter. It's 5-3 then. Okay. Which one talks about the stairway? Go up talks about the stairway, right? To the sun is C. And the line is D. Where did I take this from? Here, right? Okay, from the other side of the wall. No, that wasn't the wall. I think it came from the bookshelf. What's happening? Now we can get the lion. It sunk? I guess it was one of those trick bookshelves where if you put the right thing in the right place, it does stuff. Like a staircase. If they were nice enough to give us stairs, I guess we should climb them. The top is a lot more narrow than I thought. Should I go? Well, with a big skirt like that, it might get kind of dangerous. Oh, if I just hike it up, I think I should be. And I think there's somebody down on all fours, trying to not to look like he's staring up toward the bookshelf. Sigma? Oh no. What are you doing? I lost the contact. You don't wear any. Ow. You climb. Okay. Damn, Sigma. Jesus. Doll. Okay. Guess I might as well take it. Are you done yet? Was there anything up there? Yep. So, did you find anything? No puzzles or anything like that. Just that stuffed animal? Yeah. That's a funny looking dog. Dog? I'm pretty sure that's a lion. Is it a lion? Doesn't really look like one. No, it's a lion. Oh, hold on. There's a zipper on its back. Let's see what's inside. What's going on here? It's showing the dice. I wonder what the puzzle is. Only one way to find out. I hate this. Okay, let's see. So, 3. Let's go there. Three. Let's try number 1, I guess. Can't seem to be able to get the one here. I'm not very good at it, so I'm just randomly moving it in the hopes that I will eventually get a 1. Three and 4. Where's the 1? The 4. That's a 4. We need a 2. Let's go. Yes, did it. Good work, Sigma. That was amazing. The colors changed. Do you think? Yep. Sun. I need a green dye. What do I find? Right here. Green dye. Nothing up my sleeve. Perfectly ordinary. Blue plus green dye. Okay, let's see. So this is heavier than 50 grams. It's also heavier. It's exactly 50 grams. Blue is the heaviest. It's 100 grams, and I'm assuming this is gonna be 150. No. Yeah, it is 150. If this is 100, this is 50. And this is 150. So 150 plus 100, 250 times 50. $250 times 50 is 12,500, I think. Yes, it is. 12,500. That's the one. Oh, I'm so stupid, bro. I cannot believe this. I forgot math. How math works. So it's 100 times 50. That's 500. That's 5,000 plus 250. What? This is... $150, right? This is 100. This is 50. Stupid, bro. There we go. Unlocked. I wonder if this is someone's diary. Nothing on the cover. I wonder what kind of book this is. Let's open it up. I can't read it. I think this is Latin. Looks that way. But it's not a total loss. There's a bookmark at least. Maybe we should take that. Okay, so I want it to be green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, and right on the sides. 3, 1, 4, 6. Three, 1, 4, 6. the same answer before, doesn't do anything. Wait, what? Oh. So that was the correct... That was what I... Okay, just put them like that for no reason. Oh, wow. Okay. What if... So this was... that's a bit sad. Let me think about this. If I were to roll this back up, would this work? Let's say this is the base, the one I'm putting down, right? Yeah, this does it correctly. 416, it just builds the die as it should. But how can I use them otherwise? There should be another clue somewhere. What if I use these? I'm gonna use them as they come up here. So 3, 1, 4, 6. 3, 1, 4, 6. This doesn't work like this, sadly. I tried. Doesn't work. This doesn't work. Oh, we need a 5, that's 6. Three, 1, 4, 6. 3, 1, 4, 6. Doesn't work either. Okay, I'll look the guide up. Okay, let's try this. Oh, I just need to match the colors for the... Don't need to look at this, just look at this thing. Okay, wow, awesome. Isn't that great? This is St. Frank, which like the ones I saw in the aviary in the crew quarters. Yeah, annoying. Just the colors. Okay. I was too big brain to think about that. Prisoner's Dilemma. You know, this is pretty much verbatim what Phi told us, right? Plain banana, yep. Phi explains that what's an antimatter bomb makes an exploding baby. Does that make sense? Not really, but Phi's analogy was interesting, I guess. It's a device that will detonate an antimatter bomb. Technically it's called a remote triggering detonation signal device, but it takes a really long time to type out, so we'll just use detonator. This particular device has two modes of operation, immediate and delay. Pressing the switch when you're less than a meter away from the bomb will trigger the immediate mode. And the bomb will detonate immediately if you're more than a meter away from the bomb. However, pressing the switch will activate the delay mode. The bomb will explode 30 minutes later. So you basically either kill yourself by using the immediate mode right next to the bomb, or you do what any sane person would do and delay it. Okay, let's see. Cybernetic arm. Interesting. A device originally created to weaponize genetically engineered psychic bears. What? Just kidding. Oh, okay. It's actually an arm. Oh, cyber. I get it. Cybernetic. Got it. It's actually an arm augmented for online sex chat. Not really. In truth, it's the arm for a mysterious libido-powered robot. I'm just messing with you. A cybernetic arm is actually a mechanical limb that you can control with your mind. Really. It has titanium alloy for bones, and those are covered with ABT, or artificial biological tissue. The ABT even has artificial nerves, so you can feel pain through it, just like a real arm. It has veins that connect to the rest of your body, so if you inject medicine into a cybernetic arm, it'll flow to the rest of your body. That's pretty crazy. I didn't know about this. Luna's necklace. The necklace Luna has never seen without has a cage containing a blue bird hanging from it. If you twist the key on the bottom, it plays music. Someone special gave it to her as a gift, and she says it reminds her of the following lesson. Search for happiness wherever you can, because the search itself is what will make you happy. Bro, I told you, Luna is too innocent for this world. 3 laws of robotics. The 3 laws of robotics were created by science fiction author Isaac Asimov. Who is this robot in the picture? And play a large part in his robot series. They're as follows. 1. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. 2. A robot must obey the orders given to it by human beings, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. 3. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second laws. Oh yeah, I know. They're very famous. Later on, Asimov also developed another preceding rule, known as the Zeroth Law, which first appeared in his story Robots and Empire. I don't remember what that one said. Oh, I guess it's like here. 0. A robot may not harm humanity or by inaction allow humanity to come to harm. Clearly the Zeroth Law has priority of the first 3, so the first law would have the unwritten addendum, except where this would conflict with the Zeroth Law. Whether or not 016 was aware of this law is unclear, but in any event 016 did act in accordance with it. Who's 016? Interesting law, because you would think that a robot may not injure a human being would also include... Actually no, this one includes the... If you injure a human being... Or rather, if you harm humanity, you also injure human beings, right? In a way. I'm guessing this was written just to have this addendum to the first one, so that you can actually injure human beings if it's for the sake of humanity. Okay, enough about the laws of robotics. Let's actually keep playing the game. I forgot. It was moon, sun. Moon, sun, yeah. Easy. This room was exceptionally easy. Except that secret password for the safe with the dice. Okay, just gonna skip all this because it's irrelevant dialogue. The same over and over again, with different words. Wait, what? Oh, not voting is not an option. Both parties refuse to vote and everybody gets penalized. I forgot about this. I really forgot about this rule. Because I said that we should all just not vote and then everyone allies. Okay, I see how it is.
Is this another warehouse? It looks like it.
Just like the one on floor A.
There's graffiti on the wall here too. It's something different though.
Memento mori, if the 9th lion ate the sun.
Did they make a mistake? That isn't how you spell it. They added that E to 9th, but why?
Yeah. Is this the first time this graffiti has been acknowledged? I think so. That is weird.
What does it mean?
Well, I think Memento Mori is Latin for something like remember death, or don't forget your mortality. The other part, I mean, I assume it's just what it says on the tin.
A conditional relating to whether or not a lion has eaten the sun?
Yeah.
But what on earth does that mean? It just seems like gibberish.
Agreed. Whatever it means is beyond me.
Look at that door over there.
Isn't it another anagram?
Doesn't it look just like the one on the other floor? Yeah, but there isn't anything written on this one.
Yeah, there's a big 9 on the other door. I guess that means this door isn't important.
I don't see anything that looks like it might open it either.
Yep, nothing. Not opening.
Of course it isn't. I mean, look at this thing. It's solid steel.
Well, how do you open it then?
From the other side, maybe?
The other side?
Hey, what's the deal with those doors over there? The ones that are glowing white. Do you think they could be chromatic doors? There are 3 of them.
Yeah, I think you're right. See? They've got those little boxes. These must be the next set of chromatic doors we're supposed to go through.
But they're all the same color. Well, for all the other doors, we had to add colors together to make another color. In this case, we probably just have to make white instead.
Suddenly, the voice of the announcer echoed through the warehouse.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Someone on one of the other teams must have opened one. All they'd need is one of the moon keys.
Why would they do that without waiting for the rest of us?
We can ask them when we get there. Come on.
We leapt out of the magenta door and into the warehouse. There stood Tenmyoji, Dio, and Alice. Hey, what the hell is this? Why'd you open one of the AB rooms before the rest of us got back?
Alice and I haven't done anything.
Dio apparently felt he didn't need to wait.
You got a problem?
Yes, I do have a problem.
Why? I don't remember saying anything about waiting until everyone got back to open the AB rooms.
Are you kidding me? We didn't talk about it because we thought it was common sense.
Sigma's right. We were able to get back quickly, but the others could still be stuck somewhere.
No sooner were the words out of her mouth.
Oh, thank goodness. You're all here.
Did something happen?
Yes, it's Quark, you see.
What? What happened to Quark?
He collapsed. It happened so suddenly. We were just searching our room.
What?
Please, you must hurry to the infirmary. This condition could change at any moment. You should go.
Oh no.
Tenmyoji shoved Kei aside and leapt through the yellow door. The rest of us exchanged a few startled looks, then ran off after him.
Quark, come on, kid. Get up.
At least we can skip all this. Awesome. In the archives, no, there were just piles and piles of books and papers. Nothing even remotely like medicine there.
What about you, Kay? Was there any medicine in your room?
I'm terribly sorry. There was nothing of the sort in the garden. Plenty of vegetation, but unfortunately, no medicine.
Oh God. And he's going to... Oh God, no.
Look, just to be sure, where did the 3 of you go?
The pantry. There was tons of food everywhere, but Excelivir, nothing.
Tenmyoji slumped to the ground. So the lab isn't open in this timeline, which means I can't get the Excelivir. For a moment, there was silence.
Quark?
Quark!
What's gonna happen? No one here, huh? Damn, where did she go? No point in complaining. I just needed to look somewhere else. I turned around and... oh. Went somewhere. Why can't I skip this? So this is the pantry, huh? Alice, Tenmyoji, and Dio searched this room. Damn. Nothing here either. We need to find her quick, or she's gonna do something bad. If she loses it like Quark did, then nobody's around to stop her. Shit, I need to hurry. I decided to try the garden, where Phi, Quark, and Kay had gone after passing through their door. The first thing I noticed when I stepped inside was the smell. Plant life was everywhere, and the air was filled with the fresh scent of it growing, underlaid with the sweet, dry tones of dead leaves underfoot. While the air outside had been dry and harsh, in here it was warm and wet, like a forest after a spring rain. Just like Kay said, plants and stuff everywhere. Damn, she's not here either. This is bad. We've been searching for Alice for a while and I'd found nothing. I hope that nothing can happen to her, but... I searched every corner of floor B. She was nowhere to be seen. This is pointless. I should just get back to floor A. Maybe someone else has found her. Dead in the crew quarters. Yep. What did I tell you? Doesn't look like anybody's here. I should have a look in the rooms. At least Luna's not dead here. Alice! The first thing I saw when I stepped through the door was the blossom of red on her chest. It was almost like getting punched. I stopped short, my body refusing to move. No. Why did this happen? I forced one shaking foot forward, then the next. My legs began to wobble, and I put a hand against the wall to steady myself as my heart thundered in my chest. Calm down, calm down. This looks pretty bad, but you don't actually know anything yet. Yeah, that's right. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe we can still save her. Then at last I pressed my fingers to her neck, and those hopes were dashed. No pulse. Clearly she wasn't breathing either. Her pupils had dilated hideously, making her face seem somehow inhuman. No. Embedded in her chest was a scalpel. I was no doctor, but judging by the angle, it looked like it had pierced her heart. Had someone stabbed her? No. What if she...
We're all going to die.
I'd rather die here!
No. No. Something in my brain snapped. I'm not gonna read this. A scream clawed its way out of my body, taking my mind with it. The last thing I felt was my body slumping to the floor as the world went dark. When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. I failed, huh? This was a game over? Why? Why was this a game over? Huh? You can clearly see it's not locked. Why is it a game over? I don't get it. Lock number 6 is I already have it open. What does this mean? And suddenly the world shifted. What, really? For just an instant I was somewhere else entirely. My mind reeled, and then, just as it began to adjust, it was gone, as if nothing had happened. What was that? It was the same sensation I'd felt when I saw the vision of the bombs exploding. Had it been a premonition? This is bad. I need to find Alice now. But where could she be? Damn it, Alice, where are you? What about the crew quarters? Yeah, that has to be it. I set off at a dead run. The moment I entered the crew hallway, I made straight for the door to the number 2 room. This should be in here. I swallowed and threw open the door. Alice, so you were here. As I spoke, her eyes turned toward mine, but I didn't get the feeling that they were looking at me. Her skin was pale and sickly, and one of her hands held the scalpel like I'd caught her in the middle of something.
What are you doing here?
It's okay. Just here to help you.
Help me? What do you mean?
Just let go of that scalpel.
No, I need it to get this bracelet off.
Huh?
Remember what Zero Jr. told us? The bracelet comes off when your heart stops. So I just have to...
Stop. Before I even finished the word, I was running. I grabbed both her arms and wrenched them back, pulling the blade away from my chest.
No! Let me go! I have to do this! I can't take it anymore. This whole thing is like a nightmare I can't wake up from. The only way I'm going to get out of here is to die!
Knock it off. With a grunt, I tore the scalpel from her hands. It was a second before I felt a burning pain in my left hand. I'd apparently cut myself getting the damn thing away from her. Very quickly it progressed from a dull throbbing to a hot line of pain across my palm. I clenched my teeth and squeezed my hand tight. I was so focused on my pain that I barely heard Alice collapse. She didn't respond when I shook her. Hey, are you alright? Alice, say something. There was a moment of terror before I realized she was still breathing. I didn't know why, but it seemed she'd only passed out. Shit. What am I supposed to do now? Oh man. Maybe the infirmary? And all those medical things. Buoyed by adrenaline, I hefted Alice's body and took off toward the infirmary.
Alright, please pay attention, everyone. You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning Alice.
What did it say?
Her results are identical to Quark's. She has also been infected with Radical 6.
Phi had called everyone else back after I'd brought Alice to the infirmary. 7 sets of eyes widened as Luna spoke.
Oh no.
But 7 includes Luna's as well.
No!
That doesn't
What's going to happen to
make
her?
sense.
Well, like I said before, there's only one way to cure Radical 6. It's a special antiviral treatment.
Bro, we know
Whether
this.
or not there's any around here, though. No! No! Oh, Alice! I don't want you to die! Please! Please don't die! I don't want to be alone! Don't die!
Clover wrapped her arms around Alice's unconscious body and began to sob. None of us had the heart to pull her off. All we could do was stand and watch uncomfortably. Uncomfortably. Wait, I can read this word. Uncomfortably. There we go. Perfect.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Guys, I think we should get back to the warehouse.
What about Alice and Quark?
I guess we're just gonna have to leave them behind.
No! I'm not leaving!
Clover.
I'm staying here! Like heck I'm gonna leave Alice all alone! She's going to be fine. I gave her some Soparil. She'll just be sleeping like Quark. I don't care! I just want to stay with her. She shouldn't have to be all by herself.
Everything's coming up Sigma, huh? What a lucky, lucky man you are. You two are gonna be playing against Clover. If she doesn't vote, then she'll default to Ally. That means if she stays here, the two of you are gonna be sitting pretty. Especially you, Sigma. After all, you've got 6 BP right now.
Are you saying I'm gonna choose betray?
If you do, you'll get what you need to escape.
You bastard. There's no way I'd do that.
Is that so?
Yes, it is so. For one, I'm not the only one making this decision. Luna's my partner, and she'll be in the AB room with me. You really think she'd just stand by and let me do something like that? Back me up here, Luna.
Well, actually I was planning to let you make the decision.
See? Told you. You can lie to us if you want, but you can't lie to yourself.
Shut up.
If
What?
I might make a suggestion, what if Sigma and Luna both remained here? Should all 3 of you abstain, then you would all be guaranteed to ally, correct?
Nope, doesn't work like that.
Why not?
Here, take a look at this. I pulled a scrap of paper we found out of my pocket.
Huh? What's this?
We found it when we went to the archives.
There wasn't anything like this in the pantry.
Nothing in the garden either.
I guess they only put one in the archives. Whatever, I'll just read it for you. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. Get it? The whole team can't abstain.
That means either Dio or Tenmyoji's going to have to vote then. And they're playing against Alice. Oh. I guess playing against is a little generous.
So Alice is guaranteed to vote ally, which means that if Dio picks Betray...
Knock it off. You trying to get back at me for what I said earlier? No way am I gonna choose Betray. You do know her BP's at 1, right? What do you think would happen to her if I did that?
Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
So also it's penalized, not penalized. Okay. I want to put it past you.
What?
Cool it, boys. Don't worry. I'm gonna be in that room too. I'd planned to stay here with Quark, just to make sure he was safe. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna have that luxury. I can't trust Dio to make a decision for all three of us. That means we're gonna be sharing a room, Bucko. I've got my eye
Bucko.
on you. Happy now, Sigma?
Yeah, thanks. That's a relief.
Exactly.
Oh man, everybody's against me. Whatever shall I do?
Can't be too careful. I wouldn't want to see Alice killed by an unfortunate accident.
What do you mean, accident?
Oh, Tenmyoji, before we went into the CDs, you told Alice there was something you wanted to tell her. What was it?
Huh? Oh, that, well, I mean, look, it wasn't important. Just forget about it.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's running out, people. Clover and I will stay here and keep an eye on Alice and Quark. Everyone else needs to go.
What?
You're staying too?
Yeah, if something does happen, Clover might need a hand.
Aren't you a solo? You're playing against Kay and Quark, but with Quark out, that means Kay would get to decide this whole round.
Are you saying that you trust me?
Yes.
Even though I have 6 BP?
Yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you nuts? What happens when he gets 9 BP?
I'm not worried. Kay won't betray me.
How can you know that?
I just know, I guess.
You just know? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Had something happened between Fi and Kay while they were out exploring?
I understand. I can hardly betray trust like that, can I? I will vote for our team.
Good. We're counting on you.
I've had enough of this bullshit.
4 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Come on, we need to hurry.
All right, you kids. Take care of those two, okay?
Of course.
We promise.
With that, we were off. I gave one last quick nod to Fi and Clover before heading back for the warehouse at the dead run. Everybody ready? I'm going to open my AV gate. Although I guess that doesn't really matter. Dio already opened one earlier.
Then only you and I remain.
Right.
Okay, let's go. Two more AV gates slid open. We all shared one last look at each other before ducking into our respective rooms.
Two minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
What are you going to do? I mean, how are you going to vote?
No question. If Clover isn't voting, then she's defaulting to ally. Betraying someone who isn't even playing hardly seems fair.
Of course, I think so too. I'm just glad to hear you say it.
Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a rain of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, the nunnery game didn't seem so scary. And she spoke.
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand?
Huh?
There's something white on it.
There's what? What? What the hell is this? For the first time since I found Alice in the crew quarters, I looked down at my hand. Across the palm was some sort of strange white liquid. Aw, man, Sigma, really? You gonna do this? Really, Sigma? You gonna do shit like this? For a moment I thought I'd somehow touched some white paint or something similar. But the truth was far stranger. The liquid is coming from my hand. No, bro, Sigma's a clone. It was coming from the cut I'd given myself when I grabbed the scalpel away from Alice. But why? Where was the blood? I felt a very odd sort of fear begin to wrap its hand around my throat. Quickly I held my palm against my chest. I shouldn't have let Luna see that.
Are you alright?
Yeah, it's nothing. I went to the pantry while I was looking for Alice. There was some milk and I spilled it. Sounded even stupider as I said it.
Really?
Yeah.
But...
Just shut up, it's fine, alright? I'm fine. Leave me alone. I regretted the words the moment that they were out of my mouth. But something was wrong, very wrong, and my head was spinning.
Sigma...
Oh man, I'm so sorry. Just don't worry about it, okay?
30 seconds remain until polling closes.
Oh, not Ambidex game polling? Just polling? There was no time left. I had to vote. I turned and faced the machine. I took a few deep breaths, but the chaos in my mind refused to calm itself. Calm down, just calm down. You need to think about the AB game right now. Just forget about your hand. Or was I kidding? There was no way I could forget about something like that.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sorry everyone, I'm out of here.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. I could see the others filing out of their rooms as we did.
Why?
I didn't have an answer for her. All I could think about was that white liquid. What was it? Some kind of discharge? Blood? No. It couldn't be blood. Blood wasn't white. That was insane. All of them are open though. I was lost in thought when Luna spoke.
I'm going to the infirmary.
Huh? Don't you want to see the results?
Why? I already know what they're going to be.
Her usually warm personality seemed to have gone cold. Whether it was because I'd chosen Betray, or because she'd noticed that something was wrong with my body, I couldn't say.
Excuse me.
And with that, she was gone. I turned back to the projection. With heavy steps, I headed toward Kay, Dio, and Tenmyoji.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Later, suckers.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What the hell?
Sigma has 9 BP?
See? I told you! The bastard's finally showing his true colors.
What the hell are you doing? Clover isn't even voting!
I have misjudged you. I never thought you would do something so cowardly.
There was nothing I could say. I had chosen betray of my own volition. But had I really? Had I really pressed that button of my own free will? The more I thought about it, the more I felt as if some other force had guided my hand to the button. Perhaps it had been fear? I was scared by the white fluid that had appeared on my palm. Maybe that had been the tipping point, and I had decided that I had to escape as soon as possible. Damn the consequences. If I got out, then the nightmare would be over. That's all it was, right? A nightmare. It couldn't be real. White blood was insane, impossible. That was when I looked up and saw the others staring at my hand. Shit. I quickly put my hand behind my back, but it was already too late. They moved toward me like wolves closing in for the kill.
Sigma? What was that?
He was cut. It must have been blood.
But why was it white?
Isn't that obvious? He's not human.
Not human?
No. What are you saying? Of course I'm human. I'm 100% human.
Then explain that white stuff.
I swear to God, I have no idea what it is. You have to believe me.
I'm afraid you're not being very convincing.
Oh, you're one to talk. We can't even see you. You could be a robot. Maybe that's not even a suit. That's just you. A robot you.
No, that seems extremely unlikely. However bad my amnesia might be, I am quite sure of my humanity.
Oh, so am I.
I am, without a doubt, not a robot.
They probably just programmed you to think that.
Alright, it's pretty obvious this guy's dangerous and probably unhinged. We should take him down.
I agree.
Looks like there's no other way. Now that he's got 9 BP from stabbing Clover in the back, there's a good chance he'll try and get out of here by himself.
Hey, hold on a minute. Let's not do anything rash. I didn't have a choice. I spun around and ran for the number 9 door.
No, I don't think so!
See, every single time I'm the only one that's getting stopped. No one else in this game has gotten stopped from leaving the facility. No one. Only me. This is the second time I try to escape, and this is the second time I get stopped. Let go of me. I was no match for all 3 of them. Before I could take 2 steps, I was on the floor, pinned. Desperation was only getting stronger, however, and I writhed and twisted in a futile attempt to get free. God damn it, you have to let me go. This is all some kind of mistake. A misunderstanding. It's a conspiracy.
So, there's a conspiracy to turn your blood white? You're a funny guy.
Stop trying to get away. It's over.
Shit. Get off me. Let me go.
If you won't calm down, then you leave me no choice. I'd hoped we could avoid this. Try not to struggle too much.
No, don't. The first thing I felt when I woke up was the hard pain of a bruise all the way across my neck. It must have suffocated me. My head felt like it had been stuffed with cotton, and I had to put out a hand to steady myself as I stood up. Where am I? Is this the infirmary? How long had I been out? My foot bumped into something and I looked down to see the injection gun. The glass vial labeled. It was empty except for me. It took me a moment to realize what was especially odd about that. Even Quark and Alice had disappeared. What the hell is going on? That was when I noticed it. Quark and Alice weren't the only thing. For a long moment I just stared, dumbstruck. What I was seeing couldn't possibly be real. But there it was, a smooth cross-section of my arm where a hand should have been. A thick white liquid dripped slowly from the stump. What is this? Oh god, oh god, oh god. A scream clawed its way out of my body, taking my mind with it. Then after that, nothing. What happens? I scream and my head explodes? This is the second time that happens. Okay. This round, everyone's gonna choose ally. That's so nice.
So you chose ally after all.
Yeah. To be honest, the AB game was the last thing on my mind. As chaotic as my thoughts were, they all centered on one thing. The mysterious white liquid.
Do you want to go see the results?
Sure. Luna nodded and walked off toward the projection, but I couldn't move. I glanced around to make sure no one was watching, and opened my hand. The liquid didn't seem to have clotted or run out, since it was still oozing thickly out of the slit in my hand. What in the hell is this? It couldn't be blood, could it? No, that was impossible. No matter how many white blood cells clumped together, you'd never get anything that looked like that. And I'd never seen my blood do this before. In 22 years of life, I'd seen my body bleed many times. Scraped knees as a kid, accidental nicks with a knife as an adult. Every single time I'd bled red, like any other human being. So why was it that this time, it was white? What the hell is happening to me?
Hey, Sigma, what are you doing? Get the hell over here. They're gonna show the results.
Yeah, right. On my way. I did my best to compose myself, and headed over to join the others.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen. Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
This is incredible. Look, everyone voted ally. You did just like you promised, Kay.
How could I choose Betray after what Phi said to me?
Tenmyoji and Dio voted ally too.
Of course. If we hadn't, Alice would have died.
Yeah, well, that's about it, I guess.
We should thank the both of you as well. I'm happy to see you also chose Ally.
Oh, I didn't have anything to do with it. That was all Sigma.
Then thank you very much, Sigma. Sigma? Sigma, are you alright?
Come on, what's wrong? Just say something.
Huh? Oh, yeah, looks like we're all allied. That's great.
Sigma, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, you've been acting a little out of it ever since we came out of the AB rooms. What happened? You make it past at Luna and get shot down?
No, nothing like that.
Hey man, it was a joke. You remember what that is? A joke? You're in pretty bad shape, huh?
Before Dio could continue, the heavy metal rumble of doors shutting echoed through the warehouse.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
We can open the gates as many times as we want to? Then, that means...
We can play the AB game as many times as we like, right?
Hey, Zero Jr. said something about this, didn't he?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, right. Sorry to be a pain, but could you all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all your colors and assignments are.
Everyone nodded and held their arms out toward him. I stared at them, terrified to follow suit, but certain that refusing would only draw more suspicion. So I held my arm out and tightened into a white-knuckled fist to hide the cut. When their eyes landed on my hand, my heart skipped a beat.
Huh. So Dio and Kay are a yellow pair. Luna and I are both pairs, but our colors are different.
Right. You're a cyan, and I'm magenta.
That makes Sigma the only solo, huh? A red solo. So what are the 4 we left in the infirmary?
Luna and I are pairs, so 2 of them are our partners.
That means the other 2 are solos. Although, I guess we don't know what colors they are.
They're probably green and blue.
Why's that?
Didn't you see them? There are a bunch of white doors in the Floor B warehouse. They have to be the next set of chromatic doors.
Ah, yes. Fi and I saw them as well. On our way back from the garden with the unconscious Quark. And there they were.
Why are you showing me this? This is completely unnecessary and irrelevant.
Each one had a box just like the doors on floor A. Given that, I don't see how there can be any question. Those white doors are our next set of chromatic doors.
I think that our bracelet combinations will have to add up to white in order to open the secondary doors. The pairs are cyan, magenta, and yellow. You see?
Yeah. If we need to make white, then the other 3 colors would have to be red, green, and blue.
Right.
Good. Now that we've got that figured out, I'm heading back to the infirmary for a bit. I want to check up on Quark and Alice.
I shall accompany you then.
Might as well go with you, I guess. No real reason to hang out here.
What will you 2 do?
I need to talk to Sigma about something.
About what?
Something?
Her usual pleasant expression had been replaced with something much more sullen. She must have noticed that there was something wrong with me. That was what she wanted to talk about. I was sure of it. Okay, fine. I managed to make my voice sound almost relaxed.
Whoa, hold on. A private talk? What are you guys plotting?
We're not plotting anything. I promise. It's nothing.
Fine, whatever. See if I care.
Dio tossed his head with a mixture of arrogance and faint disinterest and marched out of the yellow door. Then Myoji and Kay quickly followed. In only moments, all 3 had disappeared. So, what was it that you wanted to talk about? I was almost certain I knew, but there was always hope. I did my best to act as if I was genuinely confused.
Oh, I don't really like this room. Could we go somewhere else?
Okay.
Good. I found somewhere nice when I was looking for Alice earlier.
The garden? As strange as her request was, I had no reason to object. I kept my mouth shut and followed Luna as she headed off. Yep. The garden.
You know this place?
Yes, well, sort of. I came here once when I was looking for Alice.
Oh, I see.
So, what brings you here?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in the whole facility with anything green. I feel kind of silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy. Oh, there's a bench over there. Would you like to sit down with me?
She sat down softly and gently, and I lowered myself down next to her. So, what did you want to talk to me about? Instead of answering, Luna lifted a tiny birdcage pendant she wore into the palm of her hand. She was silent for a moment, then began to talk.
Can I tell you something? This is actually a music box.
Really?
Yes.
She twisted the key on the bottom, and it made an almost imperceptible winding noise. When she released it, soft, clear notes drifted out. It's a nice song. Why'd you bring that up, though?
Because I wanted you to know, I guess. I wanted you to know more about me.
Oh?
Maybe it's because I'm so shy, but I don't really have any friends. Or even any acquaintances, really. So I've sort of always been alone. It was really hard. I felt so lonely a lot of the time. And it hurt. It felt like I was just kind of going to collapse from the inside out. That was when I got this music box. Someone very important gave it to me. They didn't say anything, but I felt like there was an unspoken message behind it. Luna, happiness is closer than you think. Do you know Maeterlinck's The Bluebird?
Nope. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I know the gist of it. I think it starts on Christmas Eve. Its brother and sister named Tiltil and Mittel, get asked to find a bluebird by this old woman. They travel to the dream world. Or something. Anyway, supposedly, if you can catch this bird, then you can make a wish come true. They visit all these different places, but they can't find it. Eventually they give up and go home, but when they wake up, the bird is in a birdcage in their hut.
That's right. It's a well-known story, and it teaches a simple lesson.
Yeah, like you said, happiness is closer than you think.
Right. It got me thinking. Maybe the person who gave me this music box was trying to tell me just that. I don't know if that's true. Maybe all of this is just in my head, but I really felt like that was what they'd meant. It was so kind. I kept it with me all the time, like a kind of good luck charm. But one day I realized something. There was another meaning to the bluebird. In Maeterlinck's original story, it doesn't end with them waking up.
There's more?
Yes. When Tiltil and Mittel try to feed the bird, it leaves the cage and flies away. And then the story ends.
Whoa. What about the moral then?
It changes. Now the message is that just when you think you found happiness, you'll lose it again. I thought about that for a while, but in the end, it didn't change how I felt. I don't know what they intended it to mean when they gave it to me, but I decided how I was going to look at it. It means that happiness is something you should always be looking for, and it's only when you're pursuing happiness that you're truly happy. You know, Sigma, I think you might be Tiltil.
What?
You know, the boy who the old lady asked to find the bluebird on Christmas Eve.
What are you trying to say?
Can I ask you something?
Sure?
Where did you find Alice?
What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. Where did you find Alice?
Room 2 in the crew quarters.
Where were you before that?
I was in the lounge. That was after we'd split up to go look for Alice. First place I went was the lounge.
So you went from the lounge to the crew quarters, where you found Alice.
Not to the garden.
And then you rushed her to the infirmary, right?
Yeah?
Okay, tell me this then. How do you know about the garden? Just now you said you'd come here when you were looking for Alice, didn't you? That doesn't make any sense. There wouldn't have been any time for you to visit the garden while you were looking for Alice. So tell me, Sigma, how do you know about this place?
Well, I didn't know what to say. I couldn't even explain it to myself. Why had I told her I knew about the garden? Why had I told her I'd been there before?
Sigma, are you a robot? Have you always been here?
What?
See, it would make so much sense if you were. That would explain why you knew about the garden, and it would explain that cut on your left hand.
Damn, so you did see it, huh?
Yes, I've been told that robots these days have what's called artificial biological tissue, or ABT, on top of a metal skeleton. It makes them look almost exactly like a human, and ABT uses this white liquid instead of blood.
For some reason, when Luna had called me a robot, it hadn't really fazed me. Maybe because it was just so out there. It didn't sound like a real possibility. It sounded more like a theory you'd get from someone in a nut house. Still, my hand was still oozing white liquid. Was I really a robot? No, that was impossible. I needed to stop doing that. Questioning myself so much was giving me heart palpitations. Luna, aren't you a little scared?
Scared? Why would I be scared?
Well, let's say I am a robot. That means there's a pretty good chance Zero's pulling my strings. That would make me your enemy.
Oh, I guess so. Well, even if you were, I wouldn't be scared.
Why not?
Maybe because you're a robot. Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics? They
Yes.
were a set of rules created by the science fiction author Isaac Asimov that he used in several of his stories.
What do you mean, were? Rule 1, or what mean that? Okay, we've read these. Oh yeah, I've heard those before. It's just an ideal though. You could work toward that, but I don't think you could ever actually achieve it. I mean, depending on how you program them, robots could do pretty much whatever they wanted to.
Yes, you're right. But I believe in them. In you, however you're programmed. I don't think you'd break any of the 3 laws. A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. That's not you. You have a heart. You're a good person. It's in your eyes. Well, I guess I'm just kind of assuming you're a robot. There's still a chance you're not. We should run some tests.
Tests?
Yes.
How?
Well, the Atom should be able to tell us.
Oh yeah, that thing in the infirmary. I heard a crunch of dried leaves behind us. But when I turned, there was nothing. Who is it?
Is someone there?
Just me.
Hi.
Sorry, but can you guys come over here? I need you to see something.
Luna and I looked at one another, shrugged, and stepped into the bushes.
Welcome.
What? How long have you been here?
I just got here a little while ago.
Did you hear what we were saying?
No. Were you talking about something you didn't want me to know about? Whatever. Just have a look at this.
I followed the line of her finger. Oh no, bro. Shit. This is...
Antimatter bomb.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure someone didn't move it here from the crew quarters. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's an entirely different bomb. Look at the number on the side.
It says 01.
And the one in the crew quarters said 3, right? Then that must mean...
Shit. Then there's no question, huh?
I've got more good news. Just think about the numbers for a moment.
You're saying there's a 2 bomb out there somewhere?
I can't be sure, but it does seem pretty likely.
Damn it. That means we're dealing with combined explosive power equal to 3 tons of TNT.
Yeah.
Who planted them?
Was it you guys? I mean, you've been in here quite a while.
Hey, don't give me that. You're way more suspicious than we are. What were you doing in the bushes anyway?
Well, I was taking a walk.
Taking a walk? You really think I'm gonna buy that?
Fine. You got me. I heard you two were off talking in secret. So I got curious and went back to the Floor A warehouse. Of course you weren't there. That seemed pretty suspicious to me, so I headed here. And just as I'd suspected, there you were, talking on the bench. I snuck up from behind so you wouldn't notice me. Then, just as I was getting close enough to hear, I
found the bomb.
So? Believe me now?
So, who planted the bomb?
Honestly, it could have been any one of us. Anybody could have come here while we were all looking for Alice.
We need to tell everyone about this then.
Yeah, you're right. Let's head back to the infirmary. Well, that's a long way to go. And I'm extremely tired. I have actually dozed off while reading a couple times. So, because I do not want to fall asleep while playing this, I will make the decision to end the stream here. Don't know why I'm so tired, but I really am. That's too bad because I wanted to go until the ending, just to see the ending and then finish it. But like I said, I don't know why, but I'm just real fucked. So, I could force myself to do this, but I don't really want to. So, I guess it's best to stop here. It's a good place. And I'll see you all next time. Hopefully, I'll be more rested and have a bit more energy. We did 3 hours though, so I guess it's not too bad. Probably the 6 hours from yesterday, and the only 6 hours of sleep contributed to this. Because if I sleep as much as I stream or less, then it's not good. So I'll see you guys next time then. Bye bye. True, Fishy, true. It's very fitting after we've seen how he acted with Clover and Luna. What a bastard. Okay, good night. Bye bye. Thanks for tuning in.